Hi guys, welcome to my preview Arsenal's game against Chelsea in the FA Cup final. How could I forget that? Yeah, it's the FA Cup final this weekend, and well, we all thought at one point that we weren't going to get to the end of the season, let alone an FA Cup final. But and it's quite unbelievable with the season we've had that we are in an FA Cup final. Let me just see if this is better. Just let me know. Is that better? Can you see me better? Yeah. Hi, Grant. Is that better? Can you see me better? Good. Right. Yeah. Yeah, it's an absolute. If you when Arteta came in December, if you said that we'd finish eighth, but we'll be in an FA Cup final, I was in an FA Cup final. Get real, right? So yeah, it's been quite an incredible achievement on Arteta's side, but that doesn't make up the fact that it's been a poor season. Even if we win the FA Cup, it's still a poor season. What I do love the fact is, if we do win it, we still had a better season than Spurs. So there you go. Yeah. Sorry. It's also pivotal for us for European football if we want European football next year, because obviously we're not in a European spot finishing eighth. If we win the FA Cup final, unfortunately we will knock Wolves out of it. I think it's Wolves who finished seventh, so we'll knock them out of it, and not Spurs, unfortunately. But we need to just focus on Saturday's game, and not anything else. Not focus on what the opposition are going to come at us. I do feel Arteta will not play the 4-3-3 that he played against Watford, because we were very exposed even against Watford, and if we played like that in the FA Cup final against Chelsea, Chelsea will rip us apart. So I think he'll probably do a 3-4-3. But what I don't want is to cancel each other out trying to do what he did against Man City, because I don't think it'll be the same game as that. So we'll have to wait and see on what he wants. The lineup I'm going to go with is what I would like to see. And yeah, let me know in the comments below. Let me know who would you start, and also your score predictions. So yeah, why don't we get straight into it? Because obviously it's getting late in the evening, and my health and the way I've been today, I'm gonna get quite tired. So bear with me on this. There's always a way. It never works when you want it to, right? Technology. Yeah. So in goal, there's no question. Obviously, Bertrand was out. Martinez goes in. There's going to be a massive debate next season, obviously, between the two of them, who gets number one spot. But that can be saved for next season. So, yeah, Martinez in goal. Then right wing back, the back three, sorry, I'll go with to start with. I would play. I never thought I'd say this, right? That we miss Mustafi. We miss Mustafi, right? I never thought I'd say that, but yeah. So I would go with Rob Holding, where Mustafi would be on the right hand side of that three. David Luiz in the middle, and Though Tierney's been brilliant as a left back, I want to see him on the left side of David Luiz, because if he's on the left hand side of David Luiz plays much better because he doesn't have to focus on like Kolasinac making mistake after mistake after mistake. He knows he's got a solid defender in Tierney there, so he can just focus on what he needs to do, right? Which is just about good enough for him. So yeah, that'll be my back three. My right wing back would be it's a toss up between Suarez and Bellerin actually, because Bellerin's been quite. I mean, I think the Man City game he played, and he was brilliant. Yeah, good evening, Eagle. How are you? Right, Crystal Palace fan. Oh, my mum's fiance is a Crystal Palace fan, right? And he's happy to be in the bottom half of the table, fighting to just stay up. So let me know if you agree with that or not. Right, I'd love to know. But yeah, Grant, your lineup would be Martinez, Ainsley Maitland-Niles, David Blanca, or Krusty the Clown, Rob Holding, Tierney, then Saka, Ceballos, Xhaka, Pepe, Oba, and Laka. Yeah, okay. So Saka left wing back, left wing. Okay, right. Yeah, I can see where you're going with that one. But yeah, I'll finish my lineup. Right wing back, I was put Bella in there because he has been playing well. Who's Plonker? That would be David Luiz, Anish. Right, Krusty the Clown, I call him because he's got the hair of Krusty the Clown. Then I'd put Tierney as left wing back. Not Tierney as left wing back. I'd put Ainsley Maitland-Niles as a left wing back, to be honest, because he's been just as good on the left hand side as been on the right hand side when we've played in there. So I think he can do well on that side. Either that or Saka. That or Saka. Oh Jesus. Yeah, I'd put Maitland-Niles there. Xhaka and Ceballos in the middle because that partnership's been brilliant. We can't afford to drop the extra man in the defence to help with creativity, given how shocking our defence is. So I'll go with them two. Then the front three would be Oba on the left, Laka in the middle, and Pepe on the right. And I'd have Saka as an impact sub. Yes, Cedric is cup tied for the final. Just remembered that. Yes, Cedric is cup tied for the final because he played for Southampton in the FA Cup before he came to Arsenal. So he can't play in the final. So even more reason why I put Bella in there. So yeah, like I said, left wing, Oba, Laka in the middle, and Pepe on the right. Then you've got Saka as an impact sub, Nelson as an impact sub, Eddie Nketiah as an impact. Yeah, so I don't want to hear any sort of excuses with the lineup in terms of tiredness or anything like that because we played a strong side against Watford. You've had a whole week's rest. You've been playing every 3 days, right, since lockdown, and now you've had probably the first time in a week a whole week's rest. So there's no excuses. You've got to go out there and perform it now, right? You've disappointed us all season. Right? You need to put a performance in now. Right? Give us something to cheer. Give us something to feel positive about. Right? Because it's been depressing all season. Absolutely all season. So yeah, just give the fans something to celebrate. Right? Then we can focus on next season. As usual, I'm not going into the transfer stuff because most of the transfer stuff, it's all speculation half the time. It's all I don't believe it usually until he's signed the freaking contract and signed the deal. So I'm not focusing on that, and I'll report it when they have actually signed for Arsenal or anyone else has gone. So, but like I said, this is about the final. There's nothing else now. Everything else is done. What's done is done. We're 8th in the league, our worst position in 25 years. Right? Can't change that now. All we can do is use the summer to change it to make it better in the next season. If that doesn't get the board to wake up and listen, I don't know what will. But for now, it's all about Saturday. Especially when we're playing Chelsea. In the last final we played against Chelsea, you were embarrassing. Embarrassing. Right? That embarrassment in Baku. Right? So, yeah. You got to go out there and perform. You got to go out there and perform. Right? Especially if you want to prove to the manager that you want to stay and you want to be part of this process. Because this is going to take time. Let's not forget this. This is going to take a long time for Arteta to sort out. Right? He gets his full season next season. And I'm not even probably going to even judge him on that because it's so many problems at the minute. Yeah, they could do. It's a free hit for Chelsea. And good evening, Daesh. I did see that comment. Thank you. Yeah, they've got a free hit, but last time we played him in an FA Cup final, they were going for the double, and no one gave us a prayer like they did against Man City in the semi-final. Right? I didn't even give myself any chance even back then, and yet we won. So it's like with anything in the FA Cup, anything can happen. This is what's great about the FA Cup. This is why I love the FA Cup a lot, and I respect it so much. I put it. You got the World Cup and then the FA Cup. Anything can happen in it. Right? Anything. Right? Yeah, you've got Champions League, which is so much more money and so much bigger now. But it used to be back in the day, you'd have build up at 11:30, build up all the way to 3 o'clock. Right? That's without knocking my phone over. And then play the final, and then the reaction afterwards. And it wasn't at 5:30 in the evening; it was 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So yeah, so. that's why I hold it in such regard, because like it's only one game. Like anything can happen in one game, and like if we played Man City over 2 legs, like we would do in the Carabao Cup semi-final, we would have been battered. But in a one-off game, if they don't turn up, you have a chance. And I don't. And after beating Liverpool and beating Man City, who says we don't have a chance? I, I doubt anyone's really writing us off this time. So, and that's all credit to Arteta. Right? And what I really got frustrated about is when we beat Liverpool, everyone was like, all the rivals were like, well, they're on the beach. They won the title. They're on the beach. They weren't. They were going for the record. Right? They played the strongest side. Then Man City, like, well, they had an off day. Yeah, but we nullified Kevin De Bruyne all game. I hardly heard like the reason we didn't hear a lot about him is because he wasn't putting the ball through half the time. Because most of the time he were us pressurising him and not giving him any time and space on the ball. And if that's the best way to play, I don't care, to be honest. Right? People said, well, you play Liverpool and Man City, but you have to go to Tottenham for playing the same way. Well, what else were we supposed to do? We couldn't go toe to toe with them. We would have been annihilated. So, yeah, you've got to, and that's what I love about Arteta. He saw that and realised he can't go toe to toe with them. He can't play the expensive football. He's going to have to park the bus and hit him on the counter, right? And that's what's brilliant about Arteta. He changes the tactics for the game. He doesn't sit on one set of tactics. That's it. Move on. So, yeah. So I'm excited for the final. I'm hoping it's not going to be one of those that they cancel each other out. It's going to be tight, but I hope it to be a really good scoring, high scoring win for Arsenal. And but then again, if it was a horrible defensive 1-0 to the Arsenal, where we just scored a goal on a counter and parked the bus all game and they played better, I couldn't give a crap. I couldn't give a crap because, like, in the end, they've got nothing apart from top four. We've got a trophy. But then saying that, at the minute, despite how much love I've got for the FA Cup, I'd rather be in Chelsea's shoes right now. So, yeah, you got to believe. You got to believe. But yeah, my prediction now. What are your score predictions going to be? Mine would be. It's going to be one goal in it. I know it is. Oba last minute to make it 2-1. My bet. I'll go 2-1. I don't think we'll keep a clean sheet. And I think the danger man that at the minute that Chelsea have is Giroud. Yeah, so you say that, but then we all said that with the Man City game in the semi-final. And like I said, a final's a final, right? It can't be back in 2.0 if Chelsea don't turn up. So, yeah, Pulisic is on fire at the minute. Yeah, so's Giroud. They seem to get the best out of him now. The reason we probably didn't get the best out of him is because whenever I saw Giroud on the pitch for Arsenal, we never crossed the damn ball. Chelsea crossed the damn ball, and he gets either a knock on to an assist or a goal. Right, that's what he's there for. Chelsea, Aubameyang. Come on, guys. It's been a bit more positive. Come on. Right. Surely Arsenal can do something. Thank you, Jeremy. It means a lot. It means a lot. Thank you. Even if you are a Man United fan. I'm a Rangers supporter, but Arsenal have always been mine. Oh, okay. Hoping you win as can't stand Rent Boys champ. Where do you think United will finish next year? Depends who you get in, to be honest. You get Sancho. I know that for sure. You'll definitely get Sancho. A couple key more signings. I don't think. I think he's a little bit off still. But yeah, I think you'll. Yeah, I think you'll come out another strong third and a quarterfinal of the Champions League and solidify your place in the top four even more. And then build on that afterwards to challenge for the Champions League. And that's the process that Solskjaer is going through, and the same process that Arteta is starting to go through at Arsenal. I mean, Arsenal are far more behind. Shane, how you doing? How you doing, Shane? All right, it's been ages. 2.0 Arsenal Arteta knows what to do. Aubameyang in form now. Aubameyang's been formed since he turned up. To be honest, let's be honest. Come on, like he's been there. I don't see the board doing what is required. I heard they are hanging over Partey. Yeah, apparently there's this kid at Sporting Lisbon who's supposed to be the next Cristiano Ronaldo. Right, that's also the same Cristiano Ronaldo that Wenger didn't buy. Right, and we missed out on. Right, he wouldn't come to Arsenal and proved anyway. That what really wound me up towards the end with Wenger. He just keep on coming about. We didn't get. We could have got this guy. We could have got this guy. Why don't you do it then? Of course, Jamie, you want me to lose, right? It's Arsenal. You're a Man United fan, right? The same as if it was Man United in the final, I'd want them to lose, right? Because even my auntie's an Arsenal fan, and I can like banter her. But then I can't really say much at the minute, to be honest. Can we get Partey? If we put the money down, yes. It's down to the board if they want to put the money down. If they pay that bloody release clause, then yes, not a problem. Can't imagine what Arsenal fans will do if they win. I'll be celebrating, but not like I've won the World Cup, to be honest, because we're not gonna use it. I'm not gonna use it to go over the cracks of this season, because the cracks are like, he needs more surgery than I do. Right, seriously. Arsenal still live in the Wenger mindset, set that they would rather buy players that they think will become world class and not. Yeah, but I think if we're going to look for a long term plan, we need to look at sort of players like Upamecano, um, Partey, and that, players that are going to last 4 or 5 years. Because otherwise, what's the point? You're buying a player to then sell them a player a year later, and you go through the same cycle again. Why are we not able to pay the release clause, Arsenal? Yeah, it's just like the Suarez bid, mate. It's just it's the board, mate. Right? The regime says it's different. It ain't. Right? They'll do anything to try and save a pound. I mean, that Suarez bid still fucking winds me up to this day. And not the fact it was a pretend clause anyway, but it was just the way we went about it. Who should be sold this summer and bought at Arsenal? Oh God, we're going into transfers. Oh Jesus. Ozil, I want to take the £17 million or whatever it is hit on him. I tear out his contract in front of him, say bye, missing already. Here's your money, go. Go live on a beach somewhere, play your Fortnite. Guendouzi, your attitude stinks. Go. Yeah, but there's so many defenders like Mustafi, David Luiz. David Luiz ain't going to go for another year, so we're stuck with him. Mustafi, I think it's going to go. So, but yeah, we need a Torreira. I think needs to go because I think he's homesick. So if he's not performing well like he has done all season, he needs to go. Yeah, so there's options all over the pitch that needs replacing. Who should be? Do you think Arsenal will get Sancho? No, no way will Arsenal ever get Sancho. Right? You've got more chance of me flying to the moon. Right, we're going to pay 80 million quid and try and beat Man U to Sancho. No way. I think Arsenal would be better to get a cheaper option and get Grealish. Yeah, but it's again, Grealish is now in a competition with Man United. And again, right, if I was Grealish and I'm looking at Man United and I'm looking at where Arsenal are, I'll be like, why the fuck would I want to go Arsenal? Man United are going places. Right? At least I'll get Champions League football next season. Right? If we don't even win the FA Cup, right, Grealish is going to sit there and say, well, why would I go to Arsenal? I'm not even getting to get Europa League. Right? Might as well just stay here and stay at Villa for another year. Quonkies remind me of the Glaziers. Can't spend a pound on the club. Yeah, they're more interested in buying wigs and God knows what. Right? I've never been well enough to work on that, but I've spent more on Arsenal than they have. He would fit in that Man U team. He would. Yeah, okay. But again, it's trying to beat Man United to the race with it, and I don't think we will. Yeah, Man United with Grealish, Pogba, Bruno, with Jesus. Right, then you've got Chelsea with Havertz, Werner, Ziyech, Black. God, let alone what's already in their squad. Even if you get Sancho, will you play him and put Pepe, Martinelli, etc. on the bench. Pepe needs to run of games and be played to his strengths, to be honest. He's never had a complete run of games, to be honest. It's only really recently when Arteta's come in. Martinelli, no, I wouldn't want to keep him on the bench. Best way to grow is to play. So, yeah, Sancho, it doesn't matter because we're not going to get him anyway, let's be honest. Right? Who is the worst Premier League player? Jesus, James Christ. By history, as I hate Spurs, Ndombele, or in general, yeah. I remember someone else that I spoke to about football terrorist. They said it. I couldn't remember. Yeah, can't remember that. It'll come to me later on. Don't blame the Cronky, bro. We are third, the highest spenders in the league. Blame the board for stupid negotiations and absurd way. Yeah, you've got a point there. He has given him money, but then the Pepe deal stretched over 3-4 years, so it's 20 million a year. It's not really actually 72 million a year. Yes, we've been bought Tierney for 25. But yeah, the negotiation, the reason we can't get rid of anyone is because the wages are absurd. You've got Kolasinac on 100 grand a week. I mean, that says it all, doesn't it? So, should spend money on defender first, start at the back. Yes, absolutely nailed on. I've heard Zaha wants a move. Can it be Arsenal his destination? Depends what price Arsenal are willing to pay. Crystal Palace aren't going to let him go for cheap. I know that for sure. Because we tried that last season. We need to back the board and the manager. I'll back the board if they sort this shit out. I'm going to back the manager, of course. Get that. Yeah, can't get it anyway. Yeah, I'll back the board anyway, manager anyway, because it's his first full season. But the board, they've now got to step up. Simple as that. Yeah, I'm doing well, thank you. I'm doing well. Yeah, staying off now. Fighting on. Every rebuild of a club starts at the back. I remember Watersmith built his team from the back in his second spell at Rangers. His first signing was David Witt. George Graham's a perfect example. Right, that famous back five: Bold, Adams. I think you had O'Leary, I think, at one point in there. But yeah, Winterburn, right, solid as a rock. Right, solid as a rock. Any updates on your hospital appointments? Right, my hospital appointments. I have almond infusions every week to keep my almond protein levels up. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm just, I really appreciate that comment to too cheesy, too cheesy. But for me, it's if you're in that situation, what would you do? Right? The only choice you've got is to fight and carry on. Um, and that's what I do. Um, can't trust me. I've jumped up and down, screamed, moaned about it. Um, but in the end, that's the card you dealt with. Um, no, no, I need to get in the Grant. I need to get in the dressing room and teach some of these players a real life lesson. Right? Then they'll go out and play. Right? Arsenal need to buy a world class centre backs, not Premier League. Yeah, but not at an age of a Koulibaly, I'd say. Because, like I said, we're now on a long term plan, um, a long term process. So, getting one that's already like a Koulibaly is not. Thank you, Robert. It means a lot. It means a lot. Respect to you too. Thank you. But like I was saying just before, with my updates from the hospitals appointments, yeah, it's usually every week. I then speak to the prof who's actually the number one liver surgeon in the world, um, who looks after my case. And me and him are like that. I mean, got his phone number. So, um, but yeah, we talk every 2 weeks to keep check on everything, keep everything stable, whilst we're trying to fight to try and get the surgery I need. So, yeah, you can't do more than that, really. But disappointing news that the surgery they're considering might not be actually worth it, or it's too risky. So he's now running around like a headless chicken at King's College Hospital in London, which is the number one liver centre in the world for children, right? Something the BBC didn't want to mention. Um, yeah, he's running around with radiology and God knows what else and trying to find an answer. He'll come up with something usually. Right. Usually when he's like that, he's like doing this when he's stuck. Oh god, my head's gone. How about just I'd take John Stones. Yeah, I'd take John Stones. Right. It's got less mistakes in him than bloody David Luiz, mate. Right. Of course I'm gonna do it. What else are we gonna do? Right. When did I get diagnosed with liver disease? When I was 6 weeks old, I was diagnosed, and it is a genetically based condition that happens early stages of conception, but it's not hereditary. So if I have kids, it's not going to happen to them. So that's a relief in a way. Lewis, mate, how are you? Yeah, you got a message. I so shame about Norwich, man. Such a shame. I ask Lewis, he'll tell you my life story. Trust me, he's been there. He's my high school mate. He's been there through thick and thin with me. So big up to yourself, Lewis. Um, yeah, like I was saying, I was diagnosed at 6 weeks. Within 3 days, they were doing surgery because um, there's a liver and a bile duct what's in the liver, and the condition I got was where the bile duct was not formed or it's damaged or it's some sort of way, and they sort of do surgery straight away as soon as they diagnose it to sort of give you time to of a transplant, really, because it doesn't really work. Very rarely does it last. So, yeah. So, by the time I knew about it, I was aware of it. It was about 4 or 5 years old, and I was told by mum I've got to take medication every day. And I've had 2 transplants, and I've got a massive nice scar. Watching you from big up South Africa, mate. Right? Love how you support Claude. I've met Claude. Right? I don't think he's got a bad bone in his body, mate. I I I ain't got. You, it's one of those, isn't it? You know, I'm not gonna get into it because it's not my place, right? But I know he's not that sort of person. So, uh, I heard Vettel had a bust up with Hamilton calling him reckless. I think Vettel is just bitter. Probably. Well, I've never had a problem with Vettel usually, to be honest. The problem I've had with is Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen likes to do this. Don't listen to anyone else. I know better than everyone else. Yeah, that's why Hamilton keeps beating you to a title, mate. Good one. Right? Verstappen, Mexico qualifying. He knows there's a yellow flag, just seen Bottas in a wall, and he keeps his foot on the floor, breaks the rules. Right? And they only punished him because he bloody said so in a press conference. Right? Don't even get me started on Verstappen. I'll be here for fucking ages. And I'll probably have loads of Dutch fans on my case. So, yeah. Oh, wow. 42 minutes. God, I talk. God, I talk. Yeah. This was supposed to be just a preview. Yeah. I think this live stream's going pretty well. I think. Yeah. Let me know what you think. Do you think this is better? Doing the previews and reviews like this, doing my videos as live streams or pre-recorded. Yeah, get in that chat now. Let us know if you think this is better. Any more questions? I'm going to give this 5 more minutes. So if you have any more questions on football, me, Hamilton, Verstappen, anything, yeah. Oh yes, okay. So I'll be doing a bit more live streams than pre-recorded. So, but yeah, if you have any more questions, just I'll give you a couple minutes to come up with some before I run out of things to say, which is very rare for me. It definitely is better live. It means as I have to. Yep. Oh, thank you for staying up that late, right, in India. Thank you so much for staying up that late. Good night. Have a good rest. Right. And I hope the situation in India is better. And is getting better. And send my thoughts to you all because I know you're having a tough time with the pandemic. So yeah, keep us informed. Yeah, keep us informed. Will Man United challenge for the title this season? I don't think so. I think in another year, to be honest, in my opinion. Because it's not only you can't just buy play. It's not the days of Mourinho where you could just buy a squad expecting to win a title because everyone does that now. it's going to take them another year of Champions League football and maintaining top four whilst improving the squad, because the squad's not quite there yet. You can tell when they play their best 11 and when they take off their best 11. Even I've seen that there's a drop off, so their squad's not complete yet. I don't think it'll be complete next year. So they'll give probably a Liverpool and Man City a run for their money, but I don't think they'll win the title. Right? I think they need another. United will have a good squad, but they still need a new manager. I don't know, to be honest. Depends how well. Ollie will be definitely judged next season. If he gets the players he wants, he will be judged. Are you advised to be on a special diet? Yes, it is called put as much weight on as you can for surgery. And it's been like that ever since. Because every time you have surgery, it's like a reset button, right? It's like, when you get to a certain level and then you screw it all up and you've got to restart from the bottom again. It's like doing that. You've got to reset everything, build up your recovery, build up your weight, build up everything, your just physical strength. So yeah, but my diet's not. It's always been no specialties in a way. Can eat what I want and drink what I want. Ian White is worried Lampard might consider Martinez to replace Kepa. Should we be worried? Depends how Martinez is treated by Arsenal and Arteta. I don't see why there is any place for him to go. I think Martinez has made a very good claim. You're welcome. But don't you have a loss of appetite due to the liver disease? When the liver's not working, yes. 2011 was my third transplant. I was 11 years old. When you're in liver failure, a level called bilirubin, which is bile, really, gets flooded into the system because the liver's not getting rid of it. So it gets flooded into the system, and you get more and more and more and more and more of that. The more enkelopathic you get, the more you want to just curl up in a ball, and it's like a gremlin telling you to just give in. And at 11, I had to accept if I didn't get the transplant I needed, I'm not going to be here. And I was 2 days away from an induced coma to try and clear the system out. But during that time, yes, I lost my appetite because you didn't want to eat, you didn't want to drink, you just wanted to sleep all day. But when your liver's working, you shouldn't really have a problem. The things might be a little bit slower to process because it's trying to fight off the fact that it's not your liver, so it's not. It's trying to fight off the immune system as well, so things can be a little bit slower, but not usually when the liver's working well. It's when the liver is not well, that's when you can have a problem. In a minute, my appetite's brilliant because I'm on high dose steroids in a minute. You can tell by the round face. So but there you go. I like this girl at work and plan on asking her out when I go back to work. Oh God, I'm not the best one. I've never used. I'd have to admit, because I've never been well for a long period of time. I've asked girls out, but I've not had a relationship, to be honest. If you do like her, just ask her out. Ask her for a drink. Just say, hey, if you know already, just say maybe I like your company. Do you think we can go out for a drink at some point? And just play it cool. That would be my bet. So, but I'm probably not the best person to ask. So, right. Anyway, so what was it 10 to 8? It's getting late now. Yeah. So I'm going to. Well, when's the final? It'll be the 1st of August, mate, on Saturday. Yeah, 1st of August, Saturday, 5:30 in the evening. BBC One or BT Sport, whichever. Um, yeah, 5:30 is a ridiculous time. Right? I hope she says yes. Right? Why not? That's it. That's the spirit. Come on, you Gunners. That's the spirit. Come on. That's what I like to see. Right? What's wrong with 5:30 is, well, if I went to Wembley to watch it, which actually I am, I'll say this now, that AFTV Robbie has invited me down to him. Yeah, that has invited me down to the box park in Wembley where they'll be doing their watch along. So I'll be down there. But my last train is at 11 o'clock at night from Liverpool Street to get back home where I live in Suffolk, which is 100 odd miles away. So it's going to be difficult for me to struggle to get back, even though, and it's also in the dark. So for someone like me, it rather you have to stay in a hotel overnight and then get the train back in during the day in the morning. It's much more safer. Score predictions. I said 2-1 and Aubameyang score winner. I'd like to know your score prediction. Right. Who do you think? Yeah. So, but used to be 3 o'clock Saturday afternoon, build up in the morning, all the way to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Then you had plenty of time for them penalties. I mean, the whole game, if we did not win it in extra time, all those fans in Hull wouldn't have been able to get their last train back. That was the problem. Yeah. Since I'm a Chelsea fan, I was. Oh, okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see. We'll be on the. Uh, should be. I should be. Um, yeah, you should be. Afterwards. So yeah, look out for that. Uh, yeah. So what are we going for? 54 minutes. Jesus. Um, right. So I'm going to end it there. I'm not going to be happy if you win it. Right? Because I know you'll be straight on here bantering me, right? I know it, right? But hey, I'm a true fan. I'll take it. I'll take it. Kirk, I see you new here. Thank you for joining me. Uh, Hopefully Arsenal win. That's the spirit. Arteta in or out. Oh, we got rivalry already. We got rivalry already. Will you rage on AFT? I'm not usually. Do you know what? Part of me thinks I would just say this, right? But part of me actually ends up not, and I start getting a level head before I start telling the truth, telling my interview. So probably not. But if we have a shocking performance already in Baku, then maybe. If we lose, then you make sure you come here, right? Because if you're going to come here to banter me when you win, you've got to be coming here when you lose because I can banter you, right? That's only fair. Jens Lehmann or Martinez? That is a difficult question. Since Lehmann kept us invincible season, I'd have to say Lehmann. But then I didn't really rate him after that season, to be honest. But shut up. Baku was decent. This, this, this guy, seriously. Oh, that makes me even want to win now. It really does. Yes. Yeah. Oh no, I know Chelsea fans that can take it. I know a few. Uh, are you going to be a regular on FTV? I'm not planning to, because obviously I've got my own channel. Um, but if he wants me to do an interview on there afterwards, I'm more than willing to. He's Robbie has been, and I give him a massive shout out to him from my first interview on AFTV and first meeting him. He has been a massive supporter, right? And in terms of helping myself, promote the charity, promote my channel, right? He's a really nice guy. You can ask him anything and he'll help. So yeah, if he ever wants an interview from me, he's more than willing to. Yeah, it would be good exposure. It would be. Um, so 2-1 Arsenal win. Yes, that's what I want to see. Time for payback for Baku. Oh, we got rivalry going on here. All right, we got rivalry going on here. All right. So, right, now we are reaching. I'm going to give it. Right, this is it. We're going to give it 5 more minutes. Then I'm going to go. Okay? Right, I'm saying that. Right, and that will end up probably be 10. You'll definitely get to 10,000 subscribers that day if you go on AFTV. Look, I don't. Even if I get only one extra um subscriber, for me that is one person more that knows about liver disease and childhood liver disease and awareness, and that's more than enough for me. So, but yeah, if I get 1,000, I'll be gobsmacked. Um, my my health can't take a loss. I'll get morbidity. I know exactly how you feel. I actually think that. Yes, smash the likes. I forgot. Smash the likes. Smash the likes and subscribe if you're new. I forgot to mention that at the start. I've got to start doing that at the start. Like I said, I'm new to this, so bear with me. Claude appreciates Robbie's help in the past. Yeah, he does. I Like I said, I don't know the ins and outs. That's their business. So, but uh, thoughts on Lingardinho actually scoring? That's Jesse Lingard, isn't it? Or Bingard. Right. He was such a prospect as well. I think you deserve to be a regular AFE so you can spread awareness of the liver disease. Like I said, if he wants to be me be a regular, I'll happily do it. But there's not just AFTV. Claude and the Bansters have promised me either at some point, should be this week, a charity night to raise awareness as well as funds on Claude and the Bansters channel. So yeah, keep your eye out for Claude and the Bansters channel on that one. I can't seem to get promotions done on YouTube, so that's why I've typed the links into these into previous videos. So yeah, Lingard, yeah, Bingard, right? How's his fucking moonwalk? Favorite Arsenal player ever, except Henry. For me, I can't say Castle because I can only see videos of him. Right. Same with Righty, right? Because when Righty went, I was only about 4. So for me, it would be Bergkamp, Dutchman. And what pisses me off about Bergkamp is that people try and compare him to Ozil. Right? Now Bergkamp never even got a flight, right? He hated flying, but he never disappeared during a fucking important game in a night away on a big night at home. He would never walk away, and he would be 10 times better than Mesut Ozil, right? He played for that badge on the shirt. He had plenty of offers to go, and he stayed to the very end. Bergkamp. So Bergkamp for me. Favourite Arsenal moment for you? Maybe win at the Bernabeu or San Siro. My favourite moment. I think my favourite moment was actually not the Bernabeu. It was White Hart Lane 2004. Sorry, I had to put that one in. Sorry, that is my favourite moment. Right. Yeah, all right. It was a 2-2 draw in the end. But the fact that we had to celebrate it at White Hart Lane again. So yeah, that's my favourite moment. Bergkamp versus Arsenal as a Chelsea fan is just yeah, of course. I mean, like, would Bergkamp be sitting on his PS4? Nah, man. Like, would he be sitting on this sort of thing here? Right. That's what I'm trying to sort out. So no, he would be out there playing his heart out for the badge. Right. Ozil has done the only time he really performed is when that contract was on the table. Once he got that contract, pissed off. Right. Never was the same again. Yeah. So yeah, I can't stand people that do that. I really can't. For me, you haven't watched Arsenal properly. You really don't know Arsenal at all if you do that. Right? I mean, that shirt there is my Bergkamp shirt his last season. That's been signed by Fabregas, Toure, Senderos, send him off. Sorry, Robin Van Robin Van Persie signing that. And do you know what he said to me on the day he signed that? He said he wanted to be just like him. If you want to be just like him, you would have fucked off to Man United, right? Van Judas. So yeah, no matter how bad Arsenal get, they still won the league at Tottenham, and that taken away from anyone. Look, we're in turmoil. we're in turmoil for the last 6, 7 odd fucking years. Right? They're supposed to be the next frigging Brazil 1970. Right? Tottenham. Oh, well, that's how everyone makes it out to be. And yet, what have they fucking won? What have they won? And what have we done in that time, in the middle of all this turmoil? 3 FA Cups. Right? But then they'll go on and say, "Oh well, it's not all about the FA Cup. You know, we don't really want to challenge for the title." You didn't even challenge for the title, right? And I'm sure you've probably heard this from DT, but it's absolutely true. You came third in the 2-horse race, right? Work that one out, right? Come back to us when you've won 13 league titles, 13 FA Cups, hopefully by next week 14, 7 League Cups, right? A Cup Winners' Cup and a European Fairs Cup, right? Then come back to us, right? Before you start saying there's a fucking power shift. Bloody Spurs fans. We'll give it all this. And do you know what? The whole Europe, when you give it all this about how good Spurs are, they'll laugh. They laugh. You ain't done nothing. Something is behind me. No, it's just the sunlight coming in from the window. Van Persie said he left because Wenger never offered him a new contract. Yeah. When that came out afterwards, a long time after. Yeah, he came out afterwards, and I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest. But then I never forgave Wenger after selling him to Man United. Never. That's when I turned on Wenger, to be honest. I thought that's it, we're done with it. And doesn't score because he's a false nine. Messi's only season as a false nine was. Yeah, people say anything just to banter at anyone, wouldn't they? Right. Firmino's a class act. I'd have him in my squad. Right. Any day. So, but right. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Yep. So anyway, I'm gonna have to go. Thanks for tuning in. I can't believe it's been an hour. But yeah, smash that like button, please. Hit that subscribe button. Thanks for tuning in and all the messages. It's been really, really nice chatting. I really, really enjoy this actually. But I really prefer it this way. So yeah, thanks for your support. I will be back with a preview to the British Grand Prix, and I believe it might be Friday. That I won't be able to do it. So hopefully by Friday I should be able to do it. So yeah. See you. Yeah, I can't wait for it, mate. I can't wait for it. But either way, I'll be there. I'll be doing it. Right. And I'll take it. Don't worry about it. Right. So yeah. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Take care and speak to you all guys soon.